Yes, it is a path variable I'm using for path variable. Okay, it is a path variable I'm using. What is why I'm using here path variable? First things, this annotation which indicate it is a method parameter, right, should be bound to be URI template variable. That's why I'm using for path variable. Okay, then I will put here then ID, this ID. Okay, be careful, don't put in here id and put here different id. How to will be means bound to a URI template variable, both are same, right? It's a mandatory. I will here put the integer emp id, right, and then return the employee surface dot find by id, find by id, find by emp id, right? It is a better naming conversion is very important, right? And emp id, right? I'll click here alt insert, right, and create for employee service. Here will be generated automatically. Return, right, that employee service. Everyone knowing that java 8, right? Java 8 is one is there optional, right? I'm here I am using for optional. Okay, just find by id and emp id, optional for using for null pointer exception, ever to null pointer exception, right? I'll check for optional here, right, and optionals, better optional, right? If your id is not there, then return for null, right? If id is available, then return that value, otherwise return for null. Okay, that id also controller also, right? Then optional I put here opti optional, right? Just one, it is a better way for java 8. Optional is very good. If you postman I am hitting for id 1, right? If id is 2 is not available, then it will be return null, right? That's why I'm using for optional. Okay, right, fine, good, right? Controller get mapping, post mapping, right? First we'll check that to how to save that employee and how to get particular id, that both are if I insert that data for employee save, is database save or not here, right? My database is Crud application, right now is the table is empty, right, because I'm project is not started yet. Then application properties, right, I have one create one properties file. This is very important for configuration for database, right? This is my Crud API DB, my database name. This a DB name and should be this DB name must be same. Otherwise, if you mismatch, means here DB is not created, is table also not created. Okay, got. If you want, then we'll go to also application.yml file. Next video I am showing how to create a application.yml file in DB, right? That better we check that repository everything is fine, right? Then we'll go to main method and we'll execute that program. Okay, our default port number right now is 8080. Okay, if you want that, change the port number and go to yml file, otherwise properties file also server.port, and that change the port number also. Just 1 second, we'll check that here, right? Yeah, this is 8080 my port number, right? And check that in db, right, that table is generated or not, this table crud table. Okay, and go to localhost, refresh, and crud api db. Yes, my crud table is available. First will be check here any data is available or not. Definitely not available, right? Select start from, right, then select, then play. Yeah, first name last name is coming code, right? Whatever that I put here that variable, right? First name and last name. Okay, but data is not available. I will put in data for postman. Okay, the postman means I will select first post. Okay, the thing is that localhost, then my port number is 8080. Here go to controller and check your request mapping and post mapping crud, right? Better control C copy, otherwise one mistake for spelling means that should be not come that data and save also, right? That employee save, right? Post map and go to body, right, and type to raw, click the raw and text to application JSON. This configuration is very important, right? Yeah, that's annotation, right? And go to model and copy your first name, very simple. Yeah, first name, right? First name I will typing after, right? And go to here last name, copy, control C, and go to control V, and last name is LA, okay, and hit send. Data will be sent in database, otherwise postman. Okay, now it's 200. Okay, fine. And again I will pass here second data. First name is Ram, okay, and last name is uh, Gita, right? And type here, right? Yeah, 2 and 1. If you'll hit to 1, right? And first we'll check that both are data in save or not in database, right? And select operations, yeah, after Valam and Ram and Gita, right? And check that for get is available or not, right? First we'll check that in ID, right? First we'll go to controller, we'll check that any controller means get mapping anything, no, only for ID, right? And request mapping, and ID is 1, right? Then hit enter, yes, come. If you going to 2, then yeah, if you typing 3, but inside my postman is no data is available for 3 in database, also 3 is not available, right? You're typing 3 is comes should be null, right? Because I'm checked for their controller in service for optional. If your data is not available, then return null, right? It will be check that null pointer exceptions handle automatically in Java 8. Great, right? This one is post mapping and get mapping, right? And please subscribe and like. Is if you have any doubt, please comment on the link, and next video I will showing how to create for put mapping and delete mapping, right? And thank you all of you.